What if I told you there was a Pokemon style game that's better than Pokemon? Get out of the way, Nintendo. I'm a huge Pokemon fan and I randomly came across this beautiful gem on sale. Thank you, Gaben, called Monster Sanctuary. Actually, it's on sale right now for 5 beans, so if you think this seems cool, give it a shot. At first glance, it looks like one of those games you buy for $6, play for 30 minutes, and then forget exists forever. Like pixel art, monster collecting. Alright, I've seen this before. Get 'em, Nintendo. But wait, then I actually played it, and I realized I love this game. This game wasn't created as a Pokemon knockoff, it was created as a way to show what Pokemon can be. What if Pokemon took more steps forward in making their game unique, in building more on what they had? I think they're doing a good job of finally expanding their game's formula with like Legends EA, but it took 20 years for them to start really experimenting with what they can do. Also, side note, I really do love Legends EA. It's probably my favorite Pokemon game since around Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. If Pokemon's type chart is rock, paper, scissors, then Monster Sanctuaries is like Sudoku. I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but let me show you why this game made me feel stupid. I'm already a huge fan of the pixel art style in video games, and this one just does it so well. All of the environments are so beautifully created. The animations on each of the monsters is perfect. I love the design of them, as well as they all have this unique feel to them that changes even more when you enhance them into their light or dark forms. The music honestly caught me off guard. It's hard to describe, but I'd call it like modern vintage. It sounds like old arcade games that got remastered by someone who actually cared. It's really calm, really atmospheric, but at the same time, boom. The switch up can be instant when you're traveling through different areas around the map. It just straight up just adventure mode. Honestly, if you're watching this video, I'm probably playing some of the OST in the background. Now, this is where the game starts getting a little bit insane because Monster Sanctuary is not just a monster battler. It's platforming, exploration, puzzles, and turn-based combat all stitched together. And somehow, it actually works. At first, I thought levels were the main thing, like, okay, classic RPG rules, grind a bit, get stronger, move on. Nope. Levels matter, but they're not the real system. The real system is everything else stacked on top of it. Team comp matters more than raw stats. Then you've got the combo systems that reward you without getting hit. Buffs, debuffs, shield stacking, damage over time, elemental synergy. And then every monster has its own unique skill tree on top of that. And just when you think you understand it, they hit you with the light and dark shifts that basically change how the monster functions entirely. It got to the point where I wasn't even really fighting anymore. I was just building the most over-engineered mess of damage, buffs, and debuffs humanly possible. But the game wants you to do this. There were so many fights where I thought I was underleveled, but I wasn't. I was just building my team like a Pokemon player. This game does not care about that mindset at all. So I'd lose, rebuild, lose again, rebuild again. Every time I thought I understood the game, it gave me another system to play with. Not in a confusing way, but in a, oh, no, this is actually awesome kind of way. And that's where I think Monster Sanctuary separates itself from Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I grew up with Pokemon. I'll probably be playing Pokemon when I'm 80 years old, yelling at neighborhood children about why the DS was peak gaming. But Monster Sanctuary constantly pushed me to think about my team, how they worked together, how they could be improved. And honestly, that's something I wish Pokemon did more often. Oh, and I haven't even mentioned the fact that this game has a built-in randomizer mode and Nuzlocke mode. You know, the things Pokemon fans have been downloading emulators, ROM hacks, mods, and files from websites that look like they were made by a guy named Steve in 2007 to get working. Monster Sanctuary just ships them with the game like it's the most normal thing in the world, which feels like a perfect summary of this entire game. Every time I thought, man, it would be cool if they added this, they already did. So no, I don't think Monster Sanctuary replaces Pokemon, but I do think it's one of the best examples of what the monster collecting genre can be when developers aren't afraid to experiment. That is, when games aren't getting sued by Nintendo for trying to patent monster collecting in general, and for $5, only until the 25th, and it's $20, which is still very good, this might be one of the easiest game recommendations I've ever made.